Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. All right, guys, strap in because what we're about to discuss could be a turning point not only for the Giants but for the entire NFC East. There's a lot of buzz around a potential blockbuster trade that might shake up the landscape of the division, and it involves none other than Chris Olave, the rising star wide receiver from the New Orleans Saints. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would the Saints consider trading Olave, especially with the season still ongoing? Well, the Saints, sitting at a 2-6 record, are clearly in a rebuild mode. Their quarterback, Derek Carr, has been somewhat inconsistent at times, with a QBR of 77.8, which isn't terrible, but it's not enough to turn the season around. And frankly, the Saints are looking ahead, trying to set themselves up for future success, especially with cap space around $14 million, giving them some flexibility to maneuver. Now, as for Olave, he's been nothing short of spectacular this season. Despite dealing with a shoulder injury in Week 4, he's been a consistent presence on the field. In just 8 games, he's hauled in 62 catches for 950 yards and scored 7 touchdowns. That's an impressive stat line by any standard. His PFF grade, which is a pretty reliable indicator of a player's overall performance, stands at a stellar 91. 4, plus he's averaging 4.9 yards after the catch per reception, showing how explosive he is even after the catch. His drop rate is only 20%, so he's not dropping easy passes, and he's been a reliable chain mover. What's even more impressive is his career trajectory: 320 catches, over 600 yards, 32 touchdowns, and a contested catch win rate of 66%. This guy is the real deal, and he's only 24 years old. It's no wonder the Giants are reportedly considering making a move for him. The Giants, with about $24 million in cap space, are in a unique position this season. They're trying to bolster their offense, especially after a somewhat inconsistent start. Their young quarterback, Daniel Jones, has been showing flashes of brilliance, and they're looking to build around him for the long term. The addition of Olave would be a massive boost, not just because of his talent, but because of what he represents: a young, dynamic receiver who can stretch the field vertically. According to projections, Olave could be on track to reach around 100 yards this season if he continues his current pace. That would be a huge upgrade over what they currently have, and it would also complement their existing receivers, like Jalin Hyatt, who's been questionable with injuries lately. What makes this potential trade even more intriguing is the strategic fit. The Giants are aiming to increase their vertical threat, and Olave's ability to win contested catches and create separation downfield is exactly what they need. His route running is crisp, and his speed is elite. When you look at the impact on the team's offense, it's significant: an estimated 20% increase in first downs through the air, which could open up the entire offense and keep defenses honest. His presence on the field could also elevate the play of other receivers, like Robinson, who has been doing well but could really benefit from a deeper threat stretching the defense. Imagine the scenario: Olave paired with Robinson, creating a formidable duo on the outside, forcing defensive coordinators to pick their poison. Olave's yards per route run, currently around 2 yards compared to Robinson's 1.8, show how much space he can create. This would open lanes for running backs, and we could see the Giants' run game also benefiting from the extra attention he commands. And let's not forget, this kind of upgrade could make a real difference in tight games, especially in the red zone, where efficiency is everything. According to Next Gen Stats, the Giants could see a 13% boost in red zone efficiency with Olave on board, making them more lethal inside the 20. From a broader perspective, this move isn't just about improving the current season. It's about laying the foundation for a sustainable young core that can lead the Giants into a new era of NFC East dominance. The Giants have been building through the draft with talented young players, and adding someone like Olave would be the cherry on top, an X-factor vertical threat that defenses have to game plan around. His ability to operate in contested situations and win 66% of those battles makes him a reliable target when the game is on the line. Now, let's talk about the division for a moment because this trade could have ripple effects beyond just the Giants. The Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders are all competing fiercely this year, but the Giants making a bold move like this could shift the balance of power. If they succeed in acquiring Olave, it could propel them from a borderline playoff team to a serious contender. The NFC East has always been known for its competitive edge, and recent years have shown that a single star player can change everything. Think about how Higgins elevated the Bengals' offense in 2025, adding over 190 yards to their total, or how a player like Olave could similarly transform the Giants' aerial attack. And what about the odds? Right now, the Giants' Super Bowl odds are around plus 5,800, but with a move like this, some betting analysts speculate those odds could improve dramatically, possibly down to plus 2,100 if Olave becomes a key piece and the team gels. It's about making bold moves when the opportunity presents itself. And let's be honest, Giants fans, we all know this team has the talent and the potential to make a deep playoff run if they put everything together. Adding a player like Olave could be the catalyst for that. Of course, there are risks involved. Trades always carry uncertainties, injuries, chemistry issues, or simply the adjustment period. But if you look at Olave's history and his capability to produce under pressure, he's proven to be a reliable and explosive receiver. His chemistry with the Saints quarterbacks has been solid, and he's shown he can perform in high-pressure situations, winning 66% of contested catches. That kind of clutch ability is exactly what a team needs when the stakes are high, especially in playoff scenarios. In the end, what's really exciting about this story is that it speaks to the Giants' ongoing rebuild and their strategic vision. They're not just trying to patch up the roster, they're building a team with a clear focus on speed, youth, and explosive playmakers. Olave fits that mold perfectly. He's the kind of player who, if acquired, can be the difference maker in close games, help extend drives, and create big play opportunities that can swing momentum in their favor. And let's not forget, this is also about the NFC East. The rivalry with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders has been intense, and adding a weapon like Olave could give the Giants a new edge in that battle. It's about establishing dominance, not just for this season, but for years to come. The leadership of the team, especially with young stars emerging, is focused on creating a dynasty, and Olave could be the piece that cements their future. All right, guys, I know this is a lot to take in, but I wanted to bring you the inside scoop on what could be one of the most exciting developments for the Giants this season. The potential acquisition of Chris Olave isn't just a rumor. It's a strategic move that could reshape the division and set the Giants up for sustained success. The fact that the Saints are willing to consider a first-round pick in 2026 and a fifth-round pick in 2027 shows how serious they are about rebuilding and clearing cap space. For the Giants, it's an opportunity to strike while the iron is hot, to add a proven, young, and dynamic receiver who can help push them toward the postseason and beyond. This move also underscores the importance of offensive weapons in today's NFL. With defenses becoming more complex and faster, having a deep threat like Olave is essential. It's about stretching the field, forcing defenses into uncomfortable alignments, and creating mismatches that your offense can exploit. The Giants, with their focus on youth and speed, are perfectly positioned to make this leap, and Olave could be the perfect piece to accelerate that process. So, Giants fans, keep your eyes open. This story isn't over yet, but the signs point to something big happening soon. Whether it materializes or not, it shows how aggressive and strategic the Giants are willing to be this season. They're not just content to sit back and watch, they want to make a statement. And if they manage to get Olave, believe me, the NFC East will have a new star shining bright, and the Giants will be right back in the thick of the contention talk, aiming for that elusive Super Bowl. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think a trade for Chris Olave makes sense? Would you be excited to see him in Giants blue? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates on this story and everything else happening in the NFL. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting the Giants on this incredible journey.